Entertainment Network, WSMEradio.com. You might be checking this.
I guess this means that my Stuart Medio ban has been lifted.
You ain't Jungle Brother, so unless you Jungle Brother, that's the only one that I know that's been banned from.
I don't know. I saw a lot of comments with people trying to ban me because of the last time we had a conversation, so I didn't know if I was banned or not.
Oh, you talking about the Biggie not being top 10 show?
And we're not gonna rehash all that. I've already apologized for that.
No, I gotta start the emotion up in here, man. Cause the blasphemy that you're speaking about, man, the blasphemy you're speaking about continues on.
Whatever. And by blasphemy, you mean by that whack ass album that Jay-Z just put out?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's blasphemy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. First of all, let me preface this by saying, is it not? This is what's wrong with our society right now. Why can't somebody have their own opinion without it being blasphemous? I'm entitled to my own opinion, right?
You are.
If it's contrary to your opinion, right?
That's true. You are.
And we can agree to disagree, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what makes it blasphemous?
I don't know. Hey, man, did somebody say we lost our stream? Oh, yes.
We lost.
Okay, no. I saw Rob Davis say the stream was gone, but
hey man, who the fuck is Rough Buff?
That's my man, Rough Buff, man. He was at the Super Bowl party.
Oh, for real?
Like 6'8" dude up in here.
Bodyguard. I'm not gonna talk shit to him then. All right, yeah, bro. I apologize.
Look, he the one wanted to kick you out last time about that Biggie stuff.
Oh, for real? But he might well go ahead and get his shit prepared today, buddy. Because I need y'all to fight with me. All right, first of all, it's your show, man. You go ahead. You lead it where we're gonna lead, and then I'll follow up with it, man.
Basically, no. Actually, this is your show. This is the Vernon Waters Report. You just broadcast.
Okay, well, Vernon Waters is reporting that all of you so-called hip hop fans that's out here elevating Jay-Z to some type of status because he came out with this album and how great it is and how positive it is and how conscious it is and how he's elevated and how, oh my God, he's changing the game. I would just like to cite for all of you ignoramuses how hypocritical and unworthy of the name hip-hop fan you are. How can you sit here and let someone of the caliber of Jay-Z, and when I say caliber, not as an artist, for what he stands for, come out, make this whack-ass album, and by what I say is whack, there are no songs on this album, truthfully, that you really want to hear. Again, now I will say, as a fan of music, separating myself from hip-hop, from Jay-Z and his moniker, as a fan of music, it is sonically sounds good. Lyrically, it has a lot of great gems, no pun intended, in there. But as a album that I want to just put in and pop on, that shit is not great. I'm not waking up in the morning like, yo, throw that 444 on, man. Part two of this is, and the problem that I really have with so-called real hip-hop people, these people that I've been arguing with for months about Biggie and all that shit. How the fuck can you allow this nigga to come out, make a conscious album, and all y'all jump on the bandwagon when he been rapping about selling crack for 20 years? This is what, 13th, 16th album? Nigga, Dead Prez, even your group that I hate, Lil Brother and all them, Talib Kweli, and matter of fact, every album Common has ever made is more conscious than this shit right here. How the fuck are you giving him credit for making a conscious statement on top of all that idiocracy? It's nigga like he gave you a pile of shit and put some whipped cream and a cherry on top, and now you want to say, oh, Jay-Z is this and Jay-Z is... Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all are ignorant. Look, and Rob just put in there, I'm not OJ, was all right. That's what I'm talking about. That shit was all right? Yeah. So what's the big fucking deal about this album? The album is just a way to sell Tidal subscriptions.
Yeah, so...
Even my wife woke up that day and subscribed to Tidal so she could hear this fucking album. I'm like, really? For real? For real? Come on, man. Like, Kysii, come on. I'm kicking it with you now. You telling me this album is a great album?
All right. Yes, it is a great album. It's not his best. It's not his best. It's not the best Jay-Z album. I'll say that. It's not the best Jay-Z album.
No. I'm not talking about Jay-Z albums. We know it's not the best Jay-Z album. And we're not even going to get into all that with Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint. I'm talking about as a album. If this was not Jay-Z as an album, the songs on there, you want to get up in the morning and just listen to this album back to back to back to back.
First of all, it's not an album. It's not album cuts as far. I mean, it's not a party album. You know what I'm saying? It's not no club bangers on it at all. But message wise, if you listen to the message wise of all these songs, you really got to break this album down. This is the first song. First off, we're gonna go from the top. Kill Jay-Z. This artist, Jay-Z, has killed himself. Everything that he embodied, everything that he put out, everything that he presented to you. He's like, listen, I am assassinating Jay-Z, and out comes Sean Carter. That is what this song, that's the meaning of this song. This song, he actually talks about all of the shit, all of the images, all of the bravado, all of me selling, I sold drugs and came up with the Marcy Projects and, you know what I'm saying, tossing money up, making it rain, all that stuff. He actually assassinated himself as Jay-Z, and now he's saying he is Sean Carter, a better man on the other side. That's what Kill Jay-Z is. That's what I'm saying. It's iconic as far as the message in the songs. Did you really listen to these songs? Have you listened to the lyrics of this song and not just listen to as a whole album? I'm breaking it down song by song.
Okay, first of all, I wouldn't even be on here if I ain't listened to the album at least 4 times. First of all, no pun intended. 4 times. Second of all, I'm possibly one of the biggest critics of lyrics that are out there. Remember, I'm the person that still doesn't think Biggie's the greatest. So I've listened to all the lyrics and I broke them all down. And I would actually say the whole connotation of everything that he's saying, it's like it equates to someone who was a porn star last year and for the last 20 years coming out now telling women how to dress and preaching in the pulpit. That's what I equate that to. And you're telling me all it took was Beyonce to make Lemonade to tell you she was going to leave you for the 3rd time for you to turn around and be a conscious nigga? I will quote one of Jay-Z's biggest adversaries, which I call Nas, when he said to Nas, matter of fact, he said it to Nas, the fuck you trying to kick knowledge? How are you trying to kick knowledge now when you've been leading my niggas astray for 20 years? How do you just get the right to just jump right in and be conscious now and everybody just falls in line? Now we're going to all go buy paintings and wear suits every day and start scoping the stock market and put the crack and the baking soda down? Really? That's what you're telling me now? That he has earned that right after a year after Lemonade? Because that's all this is. They should have just called the shit After Lemonade.
That's BS. That's only one little piece. That was only one little piece of that when he actually made that one song.
No. It's the whole album because none of this shit sounds like Jay-Z. This sounds like Jay-Z went to a studio with Dead Prez and Black Thought and Lil Brother and Talib Kweli and whatever Most Def call itself now, and said, man, can y'all help me make a conscious album? I think I want to be conscious. Part 2 to this is...
How are you going to say that if that's the way he lives? For him to say, all right, let's break this down. Hold on. I want another song. The song he talks about his mother. When he talks about her being a lesbian on the song Smile. And he says, love who you love. And he says, because life isn't guaranteed. So basically, he actually says that he actually lived the lie of not ever outing his mom and her relationship with other women. That's him bearing his soul. He actually came out and said, yo, my mother is gay. Now what? You know what I'm saying? What? Okay, and what did that accomplish? It showed his vulnerability. It shows his
vulnerability. Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But you're saying that's not his life. Like he didn't have to have somebody write that lyric. That was his life. That's him. That's his mother.
I didn't say nobody wrote his lyrics. Hold up. I didn't say nobody wrote his lyrics. I just said that's what it sounds like to me. Like he just went into a bathhouse with a bunch of conscious brothers, and this is what came out.
Why can't a man make a different type of album from what you're normally used to? You know what I'm saying?
Because that man has did nothing in the past 20 years to allow me to believe that this is really his persona.
Yes, that's BS. He's a multi-millionaire, maybe billionaire mogul who showed you. He didn't have to rap about it, but he showed you the blueprint of how, no pun intended, as you said, the blueprint of how to live a successful life. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here owns his own business. He owns a technological company. You know what I'm saying? The title. Mm-hmm. Making big moves.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Now, let's get into that. Okay. The day Prince died was the day the day before Lemonade was released. We saw a big increase in Tidal subscriptions. Okay. As he says on the album, he sat down with Prince before he died to secure all of Prince's music to put it on Tidal. Right?
Correct.
So Prince dies. Of course, people are going to want to hear his music. The only place you can hear it is at Tidal. So now you get more subscriptions to Tidal. Then boom, the next day Lemonade drops. Ooh, it's a big success.
Sound like good marketing to
Tidal.
me.
Oh, sounds like great marketing. Yes. It's a wonderful thing. Now, for some reason, the family of Prince never got their money. The $250 million they was promised.
I don't think it's Tidal's issue.
That was not a Tidal issue. Not run Tidal?
It wasn't a Tidal issue. It was an estate issue.
Part two to this argument is Tidal. Jay-Z is the face of Tidal. He's the spearhead of Tidal to get people to go in and like he said, you want to sign up for Rhapsody, you're going to sign up for iMusic. When a black man does it, we don't never support the black man or whatever. Do you know where Tidal is based out of?
No. New York?
No. Norway.
Okay.
If you look up the picture of Tidal and their staff on the internet, there's not one black person employed at Tidal. So the owner's black, but there isn't one black programmer or coder or anything, because they're all the way in Norway. Matter of fact, there might not be any black people in Norway. So I said all that to say what Jay-Z is doing, and he's been doing it for years. Now he's really doing it from the opposite standpoint, and that's the problem that I had with Formation with Beyonce. It's you come out on the Super Bowl and say, hey, everybody get in formation. We all going to be Black Power and put our fists up, and now we're going to be conscious because the Black Panther movie coming out, and Birth of a Nation's coming out, and black people winning Oscars and all of that shit. But the problem with that is you've been selling us crack life, crack kills, ball if you want to, kill if you want to. It's all right. You've been selling us that shit for 20 years. Now, 1 year later, and everybody's going to say, well, why can't he change? Why don't you give him a chance to change? People change. People do. People don't change that fucking fast. Not somebody. If you walk down a road for 12 years the wrong way, you're not going to be able to make it to the right road in a year. You're going to have to backtrack. You're going to have to find a shortcut or something. We can't allow these so-called celebrities to tell us it's raining when they're really pissing on us. And that's my problem.
Bro, listen, I'm going to come back to that argument. We're going to play 30 seconds of this Kill Jay-Z, and then we're going to come back and we'll talk about that. Because we're a little late on that. We're going to talk about the Kill Jay-Z, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit that point you just talked about.
Kill Jay-Z. They'll never love you, you'll never be enough. Let's just keep it real, Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. I mean, you shot your own brother. How could we know if we can trust Jay-Z? And you know better, nigga. I know you do. But you gotta do better, boy. You owe it to Blue. You had no father, you had the armor. But you got a daughter, gotta get softer. Die, Jay-Z. This ain't back in the days You don't need an alibi, Jay-Z.